Hello and welcome back to Green-HillGaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream of Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, I'll be playing going online with the one and only Robocop. So sit back, relax, stay safe, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. So thankfully I have 3 out of 5 character towers complete with Robocop, so I only have 2 left. And how do you do to my lovely viewer who has just joined the live stream? You are very welcome to Green-HillGaming, where I am playing some Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath with Robocop. My 2 viewers, I should say. So you're both very welcome to the live stream. How are things? Hope that you're keeping safe and well and enjoy the live stream. So I want to point out also that this is a stage 2 of Robocop's character towers. It's called Cyber Supremacy. So yeah, thankfully I've completed the bulk of Robocop's character towers. There's only 2 left. Actually 1 really, if you think of it, because the final tower is just a fight against Jax. And I see that I have to complete 3 brutalities. I'm glad that I checked that in advance. So I've got to pull off a brutality, 1 more brutality before I can actually unlock the final tower. And here he is, Robocop himself. And this is my custom variation that I called RoboGuard. First up, it is Shah Kahn. Shah Kahn, as much as I like you, you're going down. You're going down, Khan. Khan or no Khan.
My actions are not your concern.
Really?
Even you must obey the law.
I am the law, fool.
Round 1.
Call me a fool. What you get for calling me a fool, no
more? Johnny Boy.
Chad Middleton, welcome to Green-HillGaming, where I am live streaming Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath once again. Back at it with the character towers, stage 2 of Robocop's character towers. I've completed the bulk of these character towers, so there's only 2 left, including this one. So chat, how are you keeping today? Have any breaking video game news for me?
Stop, or I'll shoot. Round 2. Fight!
I'm okay.
I'm glad to hear it, man. I'm glad to hear it. So, how about it, Chad? Have you any breaking video game news for me? Has there been any...
I finally arrived on time. Nintendo Store of America got damage in Pokemon expansion June 17.
Ha! The Zeppinator has arrived on time. Welcome to Green-HillGaming, man. Welcome to my Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath live stream. So I'm playing stage 2 of Robocop's character towers, and I'll be going online with him after I complete that. So I'm delighted that you arrived on time. Nintendo Store of America got damaged and Pokemon expansion on June 17. And yeah, man, I've seen that. Things are a bit crazy right now in America, particularly the big cities like New York with all these protesters. What's going to happen there is you're going to have criminals that will take advantage of the protests. They don't give 2 craps about anyone's life, let alone black lives. and they will take advantage of what's happening in America, and they'll just have an excuse to smash, grab, and steal, and yeah, my view on that. And the Pokemon expansion is arriving on June 17th. Way at all. I gotta focus
Thanks,
now.
Chad.
Gotta focus on. Where's my thanks? I welcomed you to this live stream. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Oh crap. Right, Con, as cool as your the fatal blow is, it's way too soon to finish me off, Con. And you have
Two more
no
days for the Outer
modifiers.
Worlds. Emoji grinning
Two more
face.
days for the Outer Worlds? Oh crap. Leslie's gonna beat me, isn't he? Fucking hell, he's gonna beat me. Oh, I fucked up. Oh no, I didn't cheat, okay. I thought I fucked up, but I didn't. Few more days for the Outer Worlds.
Brutality.
Are you gonna download Star Wars Battlefront 2? Good job.
To download Star Wars Battlefront 2. Why is it on PS Plus for free right now, or something? If it is, I will definitely download it. Because I wouldn't call myself a big Star Wars fan, to be honest with you. Not enough to pay full price for a Star Wars game anyway. So if it's free on PS Plus, I'm all over that.
Yeah, it came out for free today.
Oh, fantastic. Then I will be downloading that. I've got nothing to lose. That's fantastic. And Outer Worlds, great news, man.
But
Great
you
news.
won't download Bioshock.
I did. I just haven't played it yet.
To apprehend Kano.
He is a fugitive from justice.
For the sake of all realms, may you find him.
Round
I
one.
will indeed. I'll find Kano. Kano is on my agenda. But yeah, I have Bioshock actually downloaded. I will just add it to my library anyway, at least. Just haven't played it yet.
Emoji grinning face. Bioshock stream.
Bioshock stream is in the pipeline. I promise you.
Stop, or I'll shoot.
I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was the people who ported Outer Worlds to Switch. No, it wasn't them. It wasn't them. It wasn't them. Who was it? Who? It was some company anyway has said that they can pretty much port any PS4 or Xbox One game to the Switch now. And also, I think somebody else said that there's actually untouched potential of the Switch as well, in terms of like power, and in terms of what games can get ported to Switch. But as far as Outer Worlds is concerned, I have to look into that game more before I actually make a decision. It's a bit like Witcher 3. I always say this, and I will continue to say it. I'm not going to buy a game.
Virtuous.
Virtuous, yeah, that's the company who makes it. I just can't remember who came out and said recently that they're confident that they can port any PS4 or Xbox One game to the Nintendo Switch. Don't know if it was Virtuous or not.
You
Trying to
are under
remember.
arrest, dirtbag.
No, I think it was another company who ported a game there recently to the Switch. If you know what it is, Chad, please refresh my memory. God almighty, it's right there. It's right there.
They ported Dark Souls in the 2K game ports.
Here. Well, which 2K games? No, because don't credit them with WWE 2K18, because I know for a fact that it was a company called Blind Squirrel Games. Perfect name for them, because they must have been blind when they were porting WWE 2K18 to the Switch. And what 2K games now are you talking about there now?
Best efforts? No.
You may yet still be worthy of the Lin Kuei.
Round one.
It's not.
Fight.
It wasn't the people who ported.
The Outer Worlds is like Fallout, not Witcher 3.
Well, I know they're two completely different games, but what I mean in terms of, I'm not going. Look, listen. Outer Worlds got released, what, like months, over a year ago, I think.
BioShock, Borderlands.
Oh, those games. Okay. Okay. I thought for a second you were talking about the WWE 2K18 game there. That was a terrible port. I mean, by the time Undertaker came to the ring in the game, he had retired and realised for God's sake. What was I saying? So, like, yeah, I mean, like, I haven't bought the Outer Worlds on PS4, so why would I buy it on Switch? Like, what's my reason to buy it on Switch? I mean, I have bought plenty of games on Switch and then bought it on PS4. And I bought plenty of games on PS4 and bought it again on Switch. But that's because I liked those games, because I wanted to get those games, because I wanted to buy them again on PS4 and on Switch. But like, I just haven't been interested in the Outer Worlds. It's not that it's a bad game or anything.
You making Todd Howard happy.
Todd Howard is like, oh, they haven't gotten Johnny yet. I mean, I may or may not buy it. The game that I'm playing right now is a game that I like, Mortal Kombat. You know, but... look, what can I say, man? What can I say? I'm sure there's plenty of games on Switch that you haven't bought, and there's plenty of games in, you know, I don't know if you have a PS4, but we all have games that we don't really have any interest in buying, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to go on about it for the whole live stream, like, Jesus, like. Back, down, forward, down, circle. Robocop's friendship. But I'd imagine that Outer Worlds is a great game, and I think it's great that it's on the Nintendo Switch for people who
You
want
can
it.
always buy it cheap on sale, no rush.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like that's true. But I'm in no. I don't want to get
Smooth
nasty,
moves.
like, or anything, you know. Smooth moves indeed. Like, I don't want to be so negative, like, you know, in terms of responding to it, like. But I just, that's the thing. Like, I'm in no rush to get it. Like, I mean, I look at the games that I bought there in the last couple of months, like Resident Evil 3 remake, Final Fantasy 7 remake, the Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath expansion. Okay, just to name a few games that I bought in recent months. Animal Crossing New Horizons, Doom Eternal. Those were all games that I knew I was buying 100%. Didn't need to think twice about it. Streets of Rage 4 also, right? No, Streets of Rage 4 and Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, right? I bought them twice on PS4 and Switch because I wanted to play them anywhere on the Switch and I wanted to stream it on PS4. Those are all games I knew I wanted, right? Like, I know there's all these games that come out in between, you know, games like The Outer Worlds, games like The Witcher 3. But like, I just didn't jump into those games straight away. And it's not that I buy every one of my games on Switch, because that's complete bullshit. I have a PS4, I'm fucking playing it right now. And I got Resident Evil 3 remake and Final Fantasy 7 remake for that console, right? One of those games is only available on PS4. So it's not like I'm some kind of like Nintendo fanboy, like, who just wait for these games to come out on PS4, because that is not the case. Like, if I want to buy, like, for instance, Doom Eternal is the perfect example, right? Doom Eternal will eventually be coming to the Switch. Did I wait for it to come out on Switch? No, I bought it on PS4. So, like, if I want a game, I'll buy it. And if it's on PS4, I'll buy it on PS4. So, like, yeah. It would have to come down to whether I like the game, whether I want to get the game or not. So that's what it comes down to. So the Outer Worlds, just not a game that I have been looking too much into, and it's just not a game that I'm in any rush to go out and buy, whether it's on PS4 or whether it's on Switch. But I think it is great that it's on Switch for people who want to pick it up and who want to play it, you know, on the go. Who wants to see a stage fatality? I love that move.
Me.
Oh, you are gonna get a stage fatality.
What's the question of the day?
That was the question of the day. I'm only joking. My question of the day. Oh my god, I don't know really. Just from the top of my head, what's the one video game you'd like to see made into a movie that already hasn't? But it has to be a video game that has not been made into a movie. So you can't
Hey
answer...
buddy, thanks for stopping by at my stream tonight.
You are very welcome. You are very welcome. Man, I had not gotten that far into Final Fantasy VII. Like, a lot of people may be surprised, like, by the way I talk about Final Fantasy VII. Some people might think that I completed that game. I actually didn't get very far into that game.
Welcome, Zweihander.
Yeah, man, welcome. Welcome, Zweihandler. But that was one freaky scene, like, honestly. But no problem, I actually enjoyed it. I'm sorry I couldn't stick around longer. But I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. So
Thanks,
yeah, that was my interactive question. What is the one video game you'd like to see made into a movie? But it can't be one that already has been made into a movie. So there's no I don't want no like reboots or anything like that. Just a video game that you love that has yet to be made into a movie. What would that be? Back down the restaurant. There is a save fatality.
Fatality.
So to everyone watching the live stream right now, you're all very welcome to Green-HillGaming, where I am live streaming Mortal Kombat 11 after match with Robocop. Just wrapping up stage 2 of his character towers right now, and then soon I'll be taking him online, but not before I update his appearance. So get typing, lads. That's my question of the day. What is the one video game that
emoji thinking face?
What's up? Everyone is thinking right now. They're thinking, what would that video game be? Damien, buddy, welcome to Green Hill.
Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Cooking Mama. What about you, Damien? And welcome to the live stream, by the way, buddy. How are things with you? What would your choice be, Damien? What would be the one video game that hasn't been already made into a movie that you'd like to see made into a movie? And I've gotten a friend request
Damien.
from the RPG veteran. I like it. Add to friends. Thank you for the invite, whoever that was. Create a list, huh? What the fuck is this about? There is no custom. Okay. I think I added that person anyway. Oh, I forgot to do modifiers. Crap. I have to return to the choose fighter screen here in a second now to. Oh my god. Choose a modifier. I don't know if I can complete this fight without a modifier. So how are you keeping, Damien? Oh, I connected. That was so lucky. Cooking Mama the movie. Wait, were you being serious? Is that your final answer?
Hi chat, how's things?
Oh crap, I didn't finish him off.
I'm good, Johnny. You?
I'm glad to hear it, man. I'm actually doing quite well, apart from the heat here is just really fucking draining. But apart from that, no, I'm doing fine. Thank you very much for asking, man, and I'm glad that you are doing well. Also, I'm going to go back to the fighter select screen because I'm going to use a tower consumable. I call in some backup from the likes of Liu Kang or Shao Kahn, because he got a tower consumable. I should be able to get one.
Robocop.
Right, what do we have? I'm going to go with Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn always gets the job.
I'm fine, Damien. The other cities here not so much.
Things are, I'd imagine things are pretty crazy in your neck of the woods, Chad. Absolutely insane right now. Hopefully things will calm down now a bit. You know, because it's bad enough having a viral pandemic like, but when you have...
emoji smirk.
Oh my good God. Get the hell out of the live stream.
Round one.
Get out of here.
Fight.
What about you, Damien? What would be the one video game that you like to see made into a movie? I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Don't type yet. Would I be right in saying... Oh God, it's a tough one, no. I'd say Mafia. I was going to say Mafia or Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'm going to go with Mafia.
Mortal Kombat 1.
Mortal Kombat 1? But that's already made into a movie. And by the way, Eternal Ninja, welcome to Green-HillGaming, man. Great to have you in the live stream. Hope that you're keeping safe and well.
But there's Godfather.
Godfather would be...
1-1.
Oh, but the thing about that though is, yeah, that's the thing. It would be very like Godfather, wouldn't it? Oh crap! Connect. Here we go. Yeah, you're right there, Damien. If they made a Mafia game, it would look like Godzilla. Or Godzilla, what the fuck? Where did I get Godzilla from? Godfather. It would not Godzilla. It would look like Godfather. And you meant 11. Thank you for the answer, Eternal Ninja. But the thing is, like, there's already a Mortal Kombat movie, so I cannot accept that answer. Not that this is a quiz show or anything, like, you know, there's no prizes for the answers. But there's already a Mortal Kombat movie, and they're actually making a new Mortal Kombat movie. So...
Maybe Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay, I'm going to stop asking that question now. So the question I'm asking is, what would be...
High Elemental Ninja.
The one video game, right, that hasn't... Because Star Wars is a movie anyway. Star Wars started off as a movie. So that's kind of...
FIFA 1-1.
Wait, no, let me kill this fucker first. FIFA 11. FIFA 11, the movie. Oh my God, this question is getting out of hand.
Final round.
We've got Fortnite, we've got FIFA 11. Star Wars, which is already a movie. I'm confused by the answers now, to be honest. Sure, can't get the job done, but yeah.
Johnny's favorite game, MK vs DC, emoji smirk. Hi chat Middleton, do you know me or something?
We all know everyone here on Green-HillGaming. Everybody knows everybody. That's just the way it is. Crap. Boom, there we go. There we go. Oh, look at this for a fatality. Forward, down, forward. Look at this for a fatality, everyone. I like the way he just walks away. Okay, so seeing as my first question of the day went so well, so you want to see a FIFA 11 movie, a Fortnite movie. No, I'm only joking, they're all hilarious answers. But, okay, second question. Doesn't even have to be a video game, but I'm just going to think here now.
I welcome people to the stream.
Yeah, he definitely does. Always welcoming everyone to the live stream is Chad. Oh, so this is the final tower.
The best modifiers for towers is Red Dragon, Beam Emitter, Takeda's Kunai, and Reiko's Shuriken.
Chad took my job.
Emoji happy tears.
And you took his job as the what do you call it? As the local news reporter. That's actually funny. So you've swapped jobs. So this is a proof of concept. It is the final character tower on Robocop's Stage 2 character towers. So it's Robocop versus Jax.
Robocop.
Oh, look at all the modifiers he has. I'm gonna
Are
go with
you
Liu
going
Kang
to
this
main
time.
Robocop?
Are you going to main Robocop? Not right now. My new main is Shiva. It was originally Shah Kahn, but it's now Shiva. So Robocop, no, he won't be a main. But I'll be swapping between a lot of fighters. Right now it's between Robocop, Shiva, and Fujin. But like, I mean, before that I was playing like Raiden, Liu Kang, Baraka, and
Shiva is
Shang Tsung.
Johnny's waifu.
Shiva is the real deal.
So you're after Kano too? He's wanted for many
Elbow
crimes
cop.
on my earth.
I love how Robocop has this, like, he's got his own like little backstory going on. He's looking for Kano. I love that. You can make a movie of that, like.
Mine and Sindel.
Sindel, oh god. Oh, but Sindel, no. Liu Kang is good. Liu Kang is actually good. He's got a good moveset, like. You can see him in action right now. And do not
I'm
adjust
surprised
your
you
sets.
didn't give him a backstory. Emoji happy tears.
I did I actually? No, I didn't. I think it is. Oh, I actually forget now. But knowing me, I probably did. And also knowing me, I probably forgot.
You're in violation of the law.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh my god, I think I actually did give my backstory though. I did. I did. No, I didn't. I'm confused.
I've won all of my matches in Kombat League this season with Liu Kang.
Oh, very good, man. Well done, man. I haven't started the... Oh, I actually have. I started the Kombat League earlier on my Switch. I did like 1 or 2 fights. I did. But I got mixed up with Terminator. I give Terminator a backstory.
Good
But
job, Ninja.
As of right now, I don't have a backstory for Robocop. But I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give him a backstory. So his backstory is OCD, or is it OCD? OCP, the company who made Robocop. They were like messing around with this technology. Don't stun me now. I want to do a friendship. They were messing around with this technology that resulted in a tear in dimensions, and Robocop found himself in a new dimension. And that dimension was the Mortal Kombat. And hello, Dad. Welcome to Green-HillGaming, my Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath live stream, where I have just completed stage 2 of Robocop's Character Tower. Just defeated Jax.
Hi, Johnny's dad.
And you're now going to witness a friendship. So I
Him
hope that you're
going for
keeping
the
well.
Jackie skin in Kombat League.
Oh, very good. Not a fan of Jackie, I have to say. Not a fan of Jacqueline Briggs. Where is the friendship? Back, down, forward, down. Oh, damn it. Oh, I messed up. Right now.
Obey the law.
Let's go
Hi,
for
Chad. How are you?
Get the plan. I was going to go for a friendship, but I decided to go with a brutality instead. So yeah, the backstory. So OCP messing around with this technology, and they came across a rip in dimensions. Robocop ends up in the Mortal Kombat dimension, and he's straight away busting crime. Comes across Kano. Kano's up to no good as usual. So I'm kind of crossing over. I'm kind of basically blending my backstory with the original backstory. So he officially has a backstory now. Oakley dokley, so that is the end of stage 2. You thought I was going to say the end of the stream, didn't you? No, we still got a half an hour left or so in the live stream. But that is the end of stage 2 of Robocop's Character Tower. So let's see what goodies we have unlocked. So you can see, as a result of me completing the final character tower, I have unlocked a new helmet for Robocop, a new skin for Robocop, a new pistol for Robocop, and a new rifle for him, and an augment. But for completing the overall, for completing every character tower, I have a Robocop, a new victory, a brand new skin, a brutality, a taunt, and a variation icon.
I came across a zoning Baraka in Kombat League and it was my rank up game and I won it.
Ah, well done, man. Fair play, man, fair play. Okay, so there's now time to customize Robocop and take him online. But might mess around. I think it's time that I finally updated my combat card. Shao Kahn is well and truly taking a break at this stage. So there's a nice little Robocop bobblehead.
Hello, my son.
Hello, I already said hello to you. Hello, my father. Hello, my father. Hello, my father. Welcome to Green-HillGaming. Doesn't rhyme, but still. I said hello to you, bye. Clean out your ears. Drain the wax from your ears, bye. I welcomed you to the live stream. Everyone who joins the live stream, I welcome them. So, how are you keeping? How are things? I thought I had a Robocop background. Well, I definitely have it. There it is. Alright, so we're going on Robocop here now. And now we just need to go to...
Towers of Time.
Not Towers of Time. We need to go to Customize. Now I know exactly what skin I'm giving Robocop already.
The aftermath story is great. Did not hear you and chatting to Diosa.
Why you're multitasking.
Didn't you say hello to your dad?
I did. For God's sake, I did. And the aftermath story is so great, isn't it? Like, it's fantastic. Really is.
Can't stay night.
Oakley dokley. Be that way. Join my live stream for like 2 minutes. Chatting to your woman instead. That's fine. No, I'm only joking. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for saying hello. And I will say goodnight to you. And knowing you'll be here for the next 5 minutes saying goodnight. But I'm really used to that now. Only joking. Oakley dokley. So we'll go straight to cosmetics. This is the one I want to go with. Beat Cop. It's basically Robocop after he has been like annihilated by Terminator, put it that way. But I'll show you my other variations that I unlocked as well. So this is a OCP property. That's the company.
I got the Robocop Cyber Ninja helmet and I am so happy.
Ah,
good
lovely,
night,
man.
Johnny's dad.
Lovely, man. I'm actually doing my best to unlock as much customizations as possible. And good night indeed. So that's the OCP property skin. This is the phase 2. So cool, isn't it? Golden Robocop. And yellow Robocop, Burden of Proof. But this is the one I want to go with for now, Beat Cop. So I'll change up Robocop's variation, you know.
You can get it from Rapid Towers.
That's where we get them from. Is that where we get them from? Because I always look, I see, for instance, where does it say this here? Yeah, found in the Towers of Time. But like, when you look at most Towers of Time and you look at the rewards you get from them, it only lists certain fighters. Like, it'll say Kano, Jackie Briggs, it'll never be Robocop. So if I do Rapid Towers, that's where I'll actually get this skin, for instance. Is that what you're telling me, Elemental Ninja? So I'll be able to get this skin right here by completing Rapid Towers.
Spam the guns online.
Spam the guns online. So you can see, like, there's a lot of different skins. A lot of them. Some of them are just
it's
different
where is
color
Savior
variations.
of cosmetic from selected character.
It's where it says gear of cosmetic from selected characters. Oh, okay. I'm still a little bit confused. Like, for instance, can you help me out here now? And can you understand what I'm trying to say? You see this skin here, Peacemaker, and it says found in the Towers of Time. Where exactly in the Towers of Time will I unlock this? Is it Rapid Towers? Because the other towers...
Night all.
Good night. See, I told you he'd be still here 5 minutes then. Good night. Oh God. Good night. Good night. Good night. So there's lots of different color variations. Like for instance, these are pretty much the same skins, but there's different colors. Yeah, I'm happy enough with the beat cop. Do I have that equipped? I do indeed. Now I need to go into gear, and hopefully I have. Yeah, I have the busted helmet. It's called
when
electronic.
When you do a tower on the side, it says gear or cosmetic for selected tower.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to show you exactly what I mean. It's easier to show you what I mean. I'm going to show you what I mean here now, and maybe you can help me out too. So this is the helmet.
Before you select the tower.
I know what you mean, and I'm going to try to explain what I'm trying to say in just a few seconds here now. I'm going to go maybe... I'm going to go with this. And for the rifle...
He said good night, Johnny.
And I said good night too.
Okay.
Oh God. I'm gonna go with this rifle. Oh, I need to activate the new victory as well, and I have a new brutality as well. Final hit must come from amplified arm cover. I'll have a look at that later. Okay, so that's my new Robocop variation. He's still called Roboguard.
Be right back.
Kulabula, I'll be here for quite a while. So that's Robocop after he's been completely busted up. I mean, look at his right arm, ripped to shreds, bullet wounds and everything. He's been through hell. He's been through hell. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I mean now, Elemental Ninja. Just so you understand, because I
customize.
As long as you understand what I'm trying to say, because I know what you're saying, but I want you to also know what I'm.
I think I've watched one of your videos before. I recognize your voice.
Really? I'm famous. Okay, so for instance, take Premier Towers for example, right? I mean, I can already see. Oh, no, I can't. Wait, no. So, objective rewards, right? Is basically, it looks like Baraka and Joker skins, right? It doesn't even mention competition rewards. Okay, so I get 6,250 coins. I get Baraka gear, and I get a consumable, right? The next tower is a consumable and Joker gear. The tower after that is Baraka.
You can only play as Baraka or Joker in the tower.
Okay. 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 So let's move on to another tower. So, for instance, okay, let's go to what you were mentioning there earlier about rapid towers, right? So the objective rewards are soul fragments, Devora skin, Devora cosmetic icon, consumable. So like, there's nothing here about like. Oh wait, no, I see it. Gear cosmetic or augment selected character is random. Oh, I get it. Thanks for clearing that up. I understand now. I understand exactly. So if it says that, if it says selected character, oh, that's perfect. So that's all cleared up now. Thank God for that.
Mangangabi.
Mangangabi to your door, Mr. Gangbaggy.
Towers of Time.
That was random. Okay, so let's go online. Finally.
Online.
Oh, I'm delighted that's finally cleared up
welcome.
now. Oh, thanks so much, Elemental
Rank
Ninja.
set.
So that's the
Combat
towers I
League.
need to be
Rank
focusing on.
set.
So now I am not going to go into Combat League because I don't like the fact that you can't use your custom variation. Like, you would, even if they just, I don't know, I mean, I have my moveset. Like, for instance, Fujin, as an example. Like, I love the fact that you can customize your fighter in Mortal Kombat 11, not just in terms of how they look, you know, but also how they play with their movesets. Like, I don't like Fujin's default moveset that's in the story. I mean, I don't like that moveset. So I like the moveset I've given Fujin. I don't feel comfortable going into a combat league with my Fujin.
The reason they do that is because of Terminate.
Oh, really? Ah, look at that. No, Chad. It's all the Terminator's fault. Chad Middleton loves the Terminator. It's all the Terminator's fault, so basically. No, I don't like that. I just don't like that, you know. I'm happy enough playing some casual versus. I don't like how they call it casual, though. I mean, I've shown some pretty good skill, like, and other opponents I've faced have shown pretty good. I don't think casual makes it sound like
Terminate up.
Terminator OP. I think Shiva at the moment is OP from what I've played of her anyway, to be honest. I'm trying to think what to do with Kharacter towers. Should I live stream them or should I do them on my own time? Well, the rapid towers are pretty quick, so I think I might just. I don't know. I haven't quite decided what I want to do. I mean, because there's
Her drag and drop is easy to counter, just backdash.
Oh, really? Oh, thanks for that. I didn't even know that. I'm hoping to go to the tournament here because, oh yes, I want to show you a stage fatality. You've probably seen it. You sound like a really hardcore Mortal Kombat fan like myself, so you've probably seen this stage fatality. I've probably performed it, really. Sometimes it doesn't work, though. Nonetheless, man, I'm going to keep that in mind. But there's tons and tons and tons and tons of customization items to unlock in Mortal Kombat 11, so it can get kind of overwhelming, to be honest with you, you know. This is going to be a real gun. My guns are better. My guns are much better Aaron Black. Get up. Get up. You will comply. Okay, stay there then. Let's come to you.
You belong behind bars.
Yeah, Mr. Black.
Round 2, fight!
Backside. Oh Jesus Christ, that's definitely backside anyway, literally. Oh God. God almighty. Oh crap, he's gonna... Oh crap.
Finish him.
Stage fatality is back down square. Now look at this for a stage fatality. I finally showed a second stage fatality. Best part of this fatality is that actually has like the fatality on the screen. Oh, it's fantastic. Hope you all enjoyed it. Yeah, I have... Oh god, my computer device is gone. Sorry about that. I did the stage fatality on my friend. Yeah, I am a hardcore fan, been playing since Armageddon. Oh, I love it, man. Oh man, you've entered at a very interesting time. So you've basically just became a oh, he ended the game. He couldn't wait for me. I was going to give him a rematch. It was a great time to enter the Mortal Kombat franchise when things had just gotten to the stage of Armageddon. So you were just basically on the horizon of the reboot, which is a really interesting time. So you were probably like, what the hell is going on here? This is madness, this is crazy, everyone is fighting everyone is killing everyone, the realms are at war. Man, if you played the original Mortal Kombat game after Armageddon, you would think, Jesus, Outworld feels like fucking... The Outworld invasion feels like nothing compared to Armageddon. So yeah, it really was a crazy game to be an entry point. Yeah, I played Mortal Kombat 9 when it came out. Oh man. I have been with the series since the start. In fact, one of my first video games alongside Sonic the Hedgehog was Mortal Kombat, and I played that on the Sega Master System. And I've been a fan ever since, and I've played every game in the mainline series since. I think the only Mortal Kombat games I haven't played were Mortal Kombat Special Forces, which is a spin-off, so it's on a mainline game. And I haven't played Mortal Kombat Gold, which is essentially Mortal Kombat 4 on the Dreamcast, so it doesn't count. Now where is... Yeah, this is the stage. This also has a stage fatality, so hopefully they'll be able to pull off a stage fatality here. I hope they add mocap in Kombat Pack 2. Oh man, wouldn't that be so funny? Mocap, good old mocap. Oh my god. It was so funny how they brought him into the game. He's literally just a guy, for anyone who doesn't know who mocap is, he's basically a guy that does motion capture in Mortal Kombat games. He's a real person. He works for NetherRealm Studios. No. And they put him into Armageddon.
What virtue is there in resistance?
So funny.
I cannot function outside of my private.
I think there will be Aftermath DLC, because Aftermath it's its own thing. Like oh, here we go, the combos. I normally don't use my fatal blows so early, but there we go. Apparently Deathstroke is in Kombat Pack 2. It's from a Reddit post. Yeah, so many leaks of Mortal Kombat characters. Possibly. Can't say that I'm a big comic book guy. Joker was fun to play as, but yeah, can't say I'm too excited for Deathstroke, you know. What I want to see is the Mortal Kombat Classic Collection Online, or whatever the hell it's called. It's been officially listed and rated by Peggy, the Central Board. So it's just waiting to be officially announced. Aha. I love how some Mortal Kombat 11 players are kind of not quite used to facing Robocop because he's a new character. Okay, I spoke too soon. Alright.
My patience runs out.
I spoke.
Final round. Fight.
Okay. I'm disappointed by that one, to be honest with you. I want to see the Living Wood stage added back. Well, let's technically in the game as part of the retrocade stage, but I know what you mean. You want like a full-on return, and I want a rematch, Cetrion, and I want it right now.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I'm actually so annoyed right now. Cetrion versus Robocop, aka Zona versus Zona.
Embrace salvation.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay. Whatever.
Cetrion wins.
I had to teach my friend most of the MKF story since he only started during Mortal Kombat X. Oh my god. That must have been extremely confusing. Considering the whole time traveling timelines and stuff like that, it must have been so confusing. Like, did you actually explain to him like what happened like in Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, all the way up to Armageddon? Because it's such an interesting story. Like, I mean, you can explain everything up to the moment where you get to Armageddon, up to the moment where Raiden is lying on his back about to be killed by Shao Kahn, and then like I'm literally listening to The Lion King. This guy has The Lion King playing in the background, I think. Or maybe I heard that incorrectly. That's so funny. Welcome back, Chad. He got confused during the Mortal Kombat 9 part. Oh man, I would too. If you just started it... Oh my god, this guy got his music. Will you turn down your music, please? Jesus Christ.
Robocop.
Thank you. This person had his music up way too loud, and welcome back, Chad. But yeah, the story of Mortal Kombat 11 just gets really confusing for Mortal Kombat. From Mortal Kombat 9 onwards, like, just a total reboot. I want to get that stage fatality.
Tournament.
Did you say good night to? I did, Chad. I did. Chill. He didn't know who anyone was except Liu Kang, Raiden, and the classic ninjas. Oh my god, I can imagine how confusing it would have been.
Round 1. Fight.
It's probably going to get even more confusing for him in the next Mortal Kombat game, in the new era, because all these characters that he's just about gotten used to. Oh, Kano is this way, this is Kano's personality, and this is Kung Lao's personality. And who, for all we know, Kano could be a priest in the next Mortal Kombat game, you know? Shao Kahn could be a hippie. Kathy Cage could be a nun. You just never know like what's going to happen in the new era, so it's going to get even more confusing for people who have just gotten used to these characters. All I can hear is that fuck. Oh, that's actually funny. He got aftermath, so he understands that. No, but like he got after. This fucker ended the game, or else it was his Wi-Fi ended the game. Oh, people get good broadband for God's sake. Jesus Christ, we're living 20 fucking. We have 4G and 5G, and yet we're still experiencing fucking disconnections. Oh, it's mental. Also, he has Mortal Kombat Aftermath, so yeah, he'll be grand, so he'll understand what happens. I think the story of Mortal Kombat is just fascinating. I just love how it has evolved and how it fits. How it fits. Like, the reboot just fits so well. It's fantastic. It really is. It's confusing. It's confusing as fuck, but it is equally fantastic. Just imagine being able to get a fresh experience from a Mortal Kombat story like 25 plus years after the release of the original, and to see how far it's gotten in terms of quality, like from a little biography that would pop up on the screen, a little text saying this is, you know, Liu Kang, you know, like a 3-paragraph backstory and, like, you know, a 2-paragraph ending on text on the screen to what you get now, like with a cinematic story. Just absolutely amazing. And the fact that it's kept so fresh, you know, by having these kind of like timeline reboots and stuff. Oh, it's just amazing. It really is. At least it's not Google Stadia. That's very true. That's very true. He did the Shang Tsung ending first. I did as well. No, I did as well, man. I did as well. I really kind of felt empowered. I felt like, hold on a second, now we always have the good guy winning, we always have the good guy ending. I felt like I wanted to be Shang Tsung at that moment, you know? So I originally went with the Shang Tsung ending, and then I went with the Liu Kang ending.
I know all about you.
Then bow to me with the required reverence.
Never.
I am taking you in, Sindel.
Round 1. Fight!
Bow to you. Kiss my ass. Boom. I prefer God Liu Kang. Oh, 100%, man. His ending is... Oh, his ending is... Well, I would presume his ending is Kang, but then again, you never know what direction NetherRealm Studios might take it. What if you are kind of the underdog going into the next Mortal Kombat game? Think of it. There was a time where... There actually was a time in the Mortal Kombat... Actually, think of it, Elemental Ninja. Mortal Kombat series where they put you in the kind of underdog scenario where, like, take Mortal Kombat 3 for instance, right? Actually, just give me a second here because gotta focus. Focus now, you're gonna focus when you're like this. Let's see, this is why you can't talk at the same time. Oh, for fuck's sake, this is why you can't talk and do this at the same time. Ah. No, I'm just distracted.
Final round.
Sindel.
Fight!
Stage fatality coming up, back down square. Oh, I thought I messed up there for a second. So finally I have showed all the stage fatalities in the live stream. I think you saw the acid pit, you saw this one right here, and you saw the tournament. But I imagine NetherRealm Studios could split the story. I think what could happen, it's probably safe to presume that they will go with Fire God Liu Kang's ending as the canon ending that would set up the next Mortal Kombat game. But they could do Shang Tsung's ending and give you like the Mortal Kombat 3 story, because in Mortal Kombat 3, Shao Kahn is like, Mortal Kombat tournament? Fuck the Mortal Kombat tournament. I'm going right to Earth Realm. I'm invading Earth Realm. I'm going to kill thousands of humans, take their souls. What are you going to do about it? That was Mortal Kombat 3. So, safe to assume that Outworld had the upper advantage. You know, Shao Kahn had the upper hand, along with Shang Tsung. So you were the underdogs, basically. Your entire realm was being invaded. Mortal Kombat Armageddon speaks for itself. All realms basically at war, everyone is fighting everyone. So it kind of makes you think, like, will NetherRealm Studios kind of go with Shang Tsung's ending, and or will the next Mortal Kombat game go with Shang Tsung's ending and actually kind of have you in this situation where Shang Tsung is this titan who controls your destiny, and you're basically kind of like, you're basically trying to kind of find like small rebels who like, we need to fight this tyrant, you know, that kind of way. Maybe he'll do a Mortal Kombat tournament where if you can defeat me, you will have your life back or something. I don't know, I'm not the script writer at NetherRealm Studios, but I'm just saying they could go with Shang Tsung's ending. There's a possibility they could. I want a Shaolin Monks remake, or a lot of people do. I wouldn't mind it, to be honest with you. Like, you know, and they could definitely go with like an online co-op kind of a thing too, like, you know, because that game was all about co-op, 100%. Oh fuck, I messed that up. What I want is the Mortal Kombat HD collection that's been rumored, that's been leaked, that's been listed, you know, for a long time now. Basically Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3. I don't know if it's fully remade or remastered. Oh. Oh, damn it. I hate people that don't do fatalities. Just do something. Do a fatality. Do a friendship. Do a brutality. Don't just fucking sling your fucking sledgehammer like. New opponent. Spoiler warning, but if rebels stand up, Shang Tsung could just restart history since he has the crown and he basically... That's very true. Yeah,
Online.
more than likely so they will go with
Casual
Fire God Liu
versus-
Kang's ending, yeah. But it seems like he wants to bring back the Mortal Kombat tournament. Because if you think about it, the original Mortal Kombat tournament was the Shaolins. It was a Shaolin martial artist tournament where the greatest warriors from all over the world came together and fought to the death in Mortal Kombat, and it was about honor and glory. Then, of course, Shao Kahn conducted his plan to invade Earthrealm and merge Earthrealm with Outworld, and he basically came up with his plan, you know, for Shang Tsung to basically corrupt the Mortal Kombat tournament and kind of basically get the Elder Gods to kind of use the Mortal Kombat tournament
Robocop.
as a way of Shao Kahn conquering Earthrealm and as a way of Earthrealm basically defending Earthrealm. But before all that happened, before like the new era game could be the era of the Great Kung Lao, they'll cause him to. That could be the great. I don't know if it's the great. I don't think it's the Great Liu Kang or Kung Lao because Fire God Liu Kang says what do you say now again? It says you're a lot more what do you say again? You're a lot more humble than the Kung Lao that I know. So I don't think it's going to be the Great Kung Lao. But what I think it is, I think he'll try to restore. Fire God Liu Kang will try to restore the honor of the original Mortal Kombat tournament, and it'll just be basically a fighting tournament, basically. Who knows? Who knows? But he definitely wants to bring back Mortal Kombat. He's definitely referencing Mortal Kombat. Like when he says that Kung Lao has to prepare, like Kung Lao is like prepare for what, and Liu Kang like smirks, like as much as they're like telling the player that it's, you know, that it's Mortal Kombat, is because he's carving the statue you see in Mortal Kombat X, which was honouring the Great Kung Lao, and he was killed. Yeah. I still don't think it's the Great Kung Lao though. The statue probably is the statue that was given to the Great Kung Lao, possibly, but I don't think that it's going to be the Great Kung Lao though. It'd be probably interesting though, because I don't think the Great Kung Lao has ever been a part of the Mortal Kombat series before, like in terms of being playable and playing a huge part. Oh, look at this for a friendship. I've never seen this before. Ha! Oh man, I love it. There's still so many friendships I have to see. That's fantastic. I actually have one of them actually in Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's so funny seeing Cabal play it. Okay, I'm going to have the final fight for the live stream. So I hope everyone has enjoyed the live stream so far. And hopefully I will go out on top.
Online. Casual versus.
You haven't played as the Great Kung Lao before because Mortal Kombat 1 was after. Oh, you know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. So yeah, you play it as the descendant of the Great Kung Lao. The only time we saw the Great Kung Lao in any capacity in Mortal Kombat, in the Mortal Kombat mythology, is actually from the TV series called Mortal Kombat Conquest. Interestingly spelled with a C. Still can't understand why that was spelled with a C. But yeah, it was an old TV series that had no Terminator. That had that is coming up. Don't worry.
Robocop.
That they had over here on a TV station called Bravo. But yeah, it was called Mortal Kombat Conquest, and the main character in it was the Great Kung Lao. So that was the only time that anyone really saw the Great Kung Lao. And if you haven't seen that Elemental Ninja, I would highly recommend that. It was an old TV series based off Mortal Kombat. It was called Mortal Kombat Conquest, and the Great Kung Lao was the main character. But as far as the video games are concerned, no, he's never made an appearance because, as you pointed out, you play as the Great Kung Lao's descendant.
Your ass got resurrected too.
For the company's benefit, not mine.
It's a special kind of hell, isn't it?
Round 1. Fight.
So it actually is interesting because it's when, if I'm not mistaken, I'll have to look into my Mortal Kombat lore now. But I think it was when the Great Kung Lao lost to Goro. That's when the tournament basically kind of completely got into the hands of Shang Tsung, and that's when Shang Tsung basically corrupted the Shaolin tournament, and that's where everything kind of, you know, went into motion in terms of like Shao Kahn trying to invade Earth Element out. I think Mortal Kombat 12's title will be Mortal Kombat New. That's what I was saying as well, man. Oh man, we think alike. We think alike. That is exactly... Chad, didn't I say that? Say that in yesterday's live stream and a couple of other live streams. I'm with you on that, man. I think it'll be called, I don't even think it'll be called Mortal Kombat 12. I think it'll be called Mortal Kombat The New Era, 100%. It's going to be a complete kind of like, it's a complete reboot, a complete refresh of the series. Like Mortal Kombat 9 technically was a reboot, but it was done in a way where it basically retold the events of Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3. For most of the part it was pretty much identical to Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3, but a couple of changes here and there that would go on to kind of set up Mortal Kombat X. And I mean, some of those changes were big changes, like you had obviously the fact that Liu Kang Lao had died and they became revenants of the Netherrealm. But this new era would basically be, I don't even know how to put into words, like, but nobody is going to know like what's going to happen here, you know. So it's going to be interesting. So yeah, another reboot, but again, I wouldn't consider Mortal Kombat 9 as a reboot, as in a reboot. It's hard to describe what I'm trying to say, but like, what I'm trying to say is like the opening cutscene of Mortal Kombat The New Era won't be like the first Mortal Kombat tournament again, you know what I mean? It'll be a completely different Mortal Kombat tournament. So I was hoping to win that, but can't win them all. Maybe it'll be a friendship. Well, that's not a friendship. I'm going to return to the main menu and I'm going to briefly discuss Mortal Kombat The New Era, as myself and Elemental Ninja have now labelled it. It's official now. It's become official. Now, I know about Mortal Kombat, but I might be a little bit kind of rusty or sketchy here and there with some of the details, but I'll do my best. I liked how in the original Mortal Kombat 11 story they showed the Armageddon timeline where Raiden and Liu Kang fought. Yeah, that was fantastic. That went down so well. I did a live stream of that the other a few weeks ago, man, and it went down so well, man. I mean, it is a fantastic scene, probably the best scene in the whole story. So this is what I think is going to happen in Mortal Kombat The New Era. Liu Kang is now the god of fire and thunder. He's also the protector of Earth Realm, and he's also the Keeper of Time. So he's a multitasker now. Is Liu Kang? If he thought that the burden of being the chosen one and the champion of Mortal Kombat was a heavy burden, well then he's gonna potentially collapse with all these titles attached to him. Anyway, so I think he's gonna craft a timeline where, to the best of his ability, he's going to right every wrong that he has seen in his lifetime. And I think he's going to start with the actual Mortal Kombat tournament itself. Therefore, finally bringing back the actual concept of the Mortal Kombat tournament in a Mortal Kombat game. Because, to my knowledge, there hasn't been an actual Mortal Kombat tournament since Mortal Kombat 2. Since Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn challenged the Earthrealmers to Outworld to participate in Mortal Kombat, there hasn't been an actual Mortal Kombat tournament since then. Because Mortal Kombat 3 was a straight up invasion. Mortal Kombat 4 was the return of the Elder God Shinnok. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance was basically Shang Tsung and Quan Chi working together, and you had to take them out. Deception was the return of Unaga, you had to take him out, and of course Armageddon was just straight up Armageddon. And then Mortal Kombat Reboot was basically the retelling of Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3. Mortal Kombat X was again the return of Shinnok, and Mortal Kombat 11 you were taking out Kronika. So there hasn't been an actual Mortal Kombat tournament since Mortal Kombat 2. There was at the start of Mortal Kombat 9, but the point I'm trying to make is, in terms of the time, like, Mortal Kombat 9 is basically Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3. That is the only way to put it. Mortal Kombat 9 is 1, 2 and 3. So as far as tournaments are concerned, there hasn't been a tournament. They also showed the Mortal Kombat vs DC. Oh, fuck that. They didn't show that. They actually didn't show that. So I think Liu Kang will start by revitalizing the Mortal Kombat tournament for what it actually was. Again, the Mortal Kombat tournament was it was a Shaolin martial arts tournament where the greatest fighters from all over the world came together and fought to the death in Mortal Kombat. So it was the Shaolins. The Shaolin owned and ran and controlled the Mortal Kombat tournament until it got into the hands of Shang Tsung. So I think that now that Liu Kang is the Keeper of Time, I think he's going to actually... What if Onaga was in Mortal Kombat? Well, if Liu Kang wanted him in it, put it that way. If he wanted Onaga, maybe. I'll get to that in a second, actually, possibly. So I think that's where it'll start. Liu Kang will revitalise the Mortal Kombat tournament and keep it away from Shang Tsung, keep it away from Outworld, and keep it away from even the Elder Gods. Just make it what it is. It's a tournament. It's a fighting tournament where maybe the next generation of fighters kind of like get off to a start, and it's also where they all come together and fight and test their might, no pun intended. So I think that's where things will start, and then he may look at the realms, because he's probably thinking to himself, okay, it's only a matter of time before Outworld start looking at Earthrealm. So maybe he will look at who will lead Outworld. Maybe Outworld thrived with Onaga. Maybe Onaga kept himself to himself. Maybe Onaga had no interest in invading Earthrealm. Maybe Onaga was just doing his own thing until Shao Kahn came along and changed everything. So he might make Onaga part of it. What if the story leads up to the death of the Great Kung Lao? Then it's Mortal Kombat 13. I do think that he'll prevent the death of the Great Kung Lao, for obvious reasons. I think he just, because again, I think he's going to prevent the tournament from going into the hands of Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn and Outworld. Again, as I was saying, I think that Liu Kang is going to keep the Mortal Kombat tournament in the hands of the Shaolin and away from Outworld. What if there's no Scorpion and Sub-Zero? He kills baby Shao Kahn. I think he will keep Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Yeah, unfortunately, Chad, Scorpion and... So it's kind of impossible to protect everything, but I think the main things to look at there, of course, would be the Mortal Kombat tournament itself, keeping Outworld at bay. And I don't know a whole lot about Onaga, but I do know that he was the original ruler of Outworlds. So keep Outworld kind of like at bay. I think of other things as well, like I suppose that's kind of where that's the only thing I can kind of I wouldn't say predict, like, but that's the only thing that I would say would be the main thing would be the Mortal Kombat tournament returning as an actual fighting tournament, an actual martial arts tournament, as opposed to here is this fucking big fucking emperor from Outworld that you must defeat, you know, to prevent him from winning 10 consecutive tournaments. I think it'll be an actual fighting tournament. Like think UFC, you know what I mean? It'll be an actual tournament, because I think, you know, Liu Kang, he's a fighter, you know what I mean? These Shaolin monks, they actually fight, like, so I think that's what it'll be about. As for Melina fans, maybe prevent the death of the Shiryu. Again, prevent the death. So exactly. That's what I actually forgot about that. So I started off by saying, like, Liu Kang will basically look at everything that went wrong in his timeline and do his best to prevent that. So he may look at the Shiryu, he may prevent that from happening. So you could see the Shiryu kind of plan, kind of you know, brought to life a lot better. You get to see more of that. So I don't know. I mean, that's really kind of looking through. I'm not really kind of good at, you know, fan theories too much, like looking into how it could be done. But it's a hard one, because if you're the Keeper of Time, which Liu Kang is, where would the threat come? He would have to create his own threat. So it's really kind of, you hit a wall. That's the thing, Elemental Ninja. But Hanzo will never become Scorpion, so they will lose a good fighter. See, the thing is, Elemental Ninja, is the brick wall that you encounter is the realization, and you pointed this out earlier, is Liu Kang is now the Keeper of Time and he decides everything. So where does the threat come from? He's going to have to create his own threat. He's going to have to create, like, look at it from the point of view of a video game. Who's the boss going to be? He's going to have to create his own boss. He's going to have to create his own evil. Maybe he will take certain inspiration from Kronika. Maybe he will look at what Kronika said about bringing light and darkness and bringing a balance between those two. Maybe he agrees with that. Maybe he agrees there has to be some sort of balance between, you know, light, darkness, good and evil. So maybe that's what it'll come down to. Maybe he will create, you know, the original. Maybe he might go back to the concept of the Mortal Kombat tournament in terms of fighting for your realm. You know, anyway, it's a hard one to guess, but it is definitely going to be a reboot, and it is definitely going to be something completely different. And it won't be a retelling of Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3. It'll be a new era, and anything is up for grabs. It's really hard to predict what will happen. It's hard. He may have just reset the timeline how it originally was, but he will still have control though. As you pointed out, he's the Keeper of Time. I mean, in Mortal Kombat 11's original story, you hear that Kronika has restarted time many times. And that's why Raiden and Liu Kang have fought so many times. So she restarted time multiple times. And if you look at a lot of the character endings in Mortal Kombat 11, you will see that certain characters have tried many times to prevent something. So he is the Keeper of Time. He's not, like, I think NetherRealm Studios may have actually kind of put their own stumbling block in front of them, a bit like what they did with Armageddon. Because by creating Armageddon, how can you go beyond Armageddon? How can you go beyond the end of all realms? How can you go beyond that? And that's how they had to basically do the kind of the whole timeline thing, you know. So how do you do this thing where, like, Liu Kang is now the Keeper of Time? I mean, he's going to have control over everything. So again, where does the boss come from? Where does the next Shao Kahn come from? Where does the bad guys come from? He's going to have to create it himself. So I think that's what will probably happen. He you know what I mean, he will bring back the Mortal Kombat tournament. He'll have Kung Lao, as the champion, and he's gonna have to have somebody kind of like controlling Outworld and put the two together. It's anyone's guess. It's anyone's guess. I have absolutely no idea. It's way too soon, really, to kind of to tell. Mortal Kombat Armageddon was Chronica's original plan, but then Raiden made Mortal Kombat 9. Yeah, everything up to Mortal Kombat reboot. When Raiden got those visions from the future, and he changed things, up until that point, everything was Chronica's plan. You're right there. Everything was Chronica's plan. That's why Chronica stepped in and said, "Hey, this wasn't supposed to happen." But the point I'm trying to make is, like, what did she do? She came back and she restarted time. So I don't know. I really don't know how it's going to happen. But like, if I do have to make one prediction, I would say that we will see a very different Mortal Kombat tournament, in the sense that it'll be a 100% Shaolin martial arts fighting competition, and you can kind of see that at the start, or not the start, but at Liu Kang's ending, when you see all the Shaolin monks training and fighting. So I've hit my own stumbling block here now in terms of, like, I don't know how to go beyond that, but unfortunately I'm not working for NetherRealm Studios, so I don't have the skill level of coming up with these stories. But we'll just have to wait and see. It'll probably is going to be a Mortal Kombat tournament. Yeah, that's where I can see it going. It'll be like, I know, like, how do you follow like a massive cinematic story? But I'm sure they can keep the story going with a tournament. It's hard to say. Like, it's hard. It really is. It really is hard to say. But it's a bit like at the end of Mortal Kombat Armageddon. People thought to themselves, like, how do we go beyond the Mortal Kombat tournament? What's going to happen after that, Because Liu Kang says to Kung Lao, we need to prepare. And then, like, when he says prepare for what, Liu Kang basically kind of like looks directly at the screen, not the screen, like, but looks at Kung Lao. And you see it, like, kind of a smile on Liu Kang's face, as much as say, like, to tell. Basically, like, it's you're supposed to know that he's referring to the Mortal Kombat tournament 100%. So I don't know. You'd have to basically put yourself in Liu Kang's mind and try to kind of think what he's thinking. What would he want? What's the timeline he would want? I'd probably have to come back to you on that one in another live stream. But I can definitely see the return of the Mortal Kombat tournament, and I can see Liu Kang fixing everything that went wrong in what he has seen since he basically became a Shaolin monk, when he joined the White Lotus, when he learned about other realms and Shao Kahn's plan to invade realms, like, everything he has seen going wrong. I think he will do his best to fix those things and basically craft the timeline that he would want to see. Is the only way that I can put it. I don't think none of us could from start to finish, like, predict, like, what the whole game is going to be about. That would be pretty much impossible. But I think as a starting point, that's all we could kind of predict, really. Like, is Liu Kang honouring the original Shaolin Mortal Kombat tournament, bringing respect back to it, bringing dignity back to it, bringing glory back to it, honour back to the tournament, as opposed to a tournament that is completely corrupted, by an outworld emperor, like, and a sorcerer and magic and all this kind of stuff, and outside of that, then, like, just trying to kind of make sure, like, that the Shiro Ryu don't get betrayed by Quan Chi and whatnot. So yeah, Mortal Kombat 12 isn't probably gonna for a while. I don't think they will support Mortal Kombat 11 for years to come. Oh yeah, 100%. He said Mortal Kombat 11 will be supported for a very, very long time indeed. Oakley dokley, that brings me to the end of this live stream where Robocop was the star of the show. So happy to say that I had completed stage 2 of his Kharacter towers. Got a cool little skin for him, and played a bit of online and showed some stage fatalities and had fantastic interactivity with the viewers, in particular Elemental Ninja. Really enjoyed that fan theory conversation. And to anyone else to all who watched the live streams, big thank you to everyone who watched, and I hope that you all enjoyed. And I will see you next time on Green-HillGaming. Thanks for the stream, even though I've been here 20 minutes. Oh, you've been here longer than that, man. Jesus Christ. You'd be surprised how long you've been here, man. You've been here a lot longer than 20 minutes, man. We've been chatting away about Mortal Kombat the New Era, man. Longer than you would think, man, honestly. But where did Liu Kang put the crown? Because we don't see him. With that done question, that is where I will end the live stream, and we'll resume our fan theory as I lie in bed there now in a few minutes. I'll have a think. I'll have a think about it. I'll try to put my head into the mind of Liu Kang. Yeah, man, you've actually been here much longer than 20 minutes, man. That was definitely longer than 20 minutes. I can tell you for a fact, man, that's been longer than 20 minutes. I'll tell you now. I'll tell you exactly how long you've been here, actually. You have been here since... Hold on a second now. You have been here over an hour. You've been here over an hour. I'm just looking at the comments. So yeah, I will say goodbye, and I will say good night, and I will say thank you so much for watching, and to everyone else who watched as well. And I will return next time, and we can discuss more on, as we've now titled it, Mortal Kombat: The New Era. So until then, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.